Dear students, in this video, we are going to discuss about linear momentum of a system of particles. So, if you have a system of n particles, then their linear momenta are given by p1 vector equals to m1 v1 vector, which is the momentum of the first particle. This is the momentum of the second particle, and so on. We can write the values of linear momenta of all the particles. And you know that when you have a two particle system, the center of mass always lie on the line joining those two particles, and the position vector of center of mass of two particles is given by r vector equals to m1 r1 vector plus m2 r2 vector divided by m1 plus m2. But when this system is extended from two particles to n particles, then the position vector of center of mass can be written like this. R vector has this value, right? Here m1 plus m2 plus so on up to mn represents the sum of all the particles of the system, and we know that when we take the sum of all the particles of the system, we are ultimately going to get the mass of the whole system, which can be written as capital M. Take this capital M to the other side and you get this. When you differentiate it for the very first time, you're going to get this equation m dr vector by dt, and since mass is a constant, so it can be taken out of differentiation, and r1 vector, r2 vector, these can be differentiated like this. But dr by dt represents displacement per unit time, and which is velocity, right? So this becomes velocity of center of mass, and these are the velocities of individual particles, okay? And mass into velocity is nothing but linear momentum. So we have written linear momentum of center of mass is equal to the vector sum of linear momenta of all the particles. Okay. Now next stuff is C. We know that if I am going to take the differentiation of this equation, if I am going to differentiate this equation, it is going to become dp by dt equals to mass constant dv by dt, but dv by dt represents velocity change per unit time, and velocity change per unit time is nothing but acceleration, and mass into acceleration is nothing but external force. So dp by dt, which is the derivative of linear momentum of center of mass, this becomes equal to external force. So this means whenever I am applying an external force on the system, then the center of mass of that system will change its momentum, right? And when if external is 0, there is no external force which is acting on the system, then the linear momentum of center of mass of the system is conserved. Although the other particles may be moving here and there, they can have individual momenta, but their individual momenta will be cancelling each other, so that the total linear momentum of center of mass remains conserved. I repeat the fact that from this derivation, we need to learn a very important fact, that when we are applying no external force on the system, then the momentum of center of mass remains conserved. Although the other particles may be moving here and there, but they are moving in accordance to conserve the total linear momentum of center of mass, right?